made these little fluffy claw clips last night, and the clips, they turned out so good. And a piece of my pampas broke off, so I just went ahead and just put that up there because, you know what, we're gonna use everything we have. It's 4:50 and I'm having a cup of coffee. What is that? Girl. I don't know where that fuzzy came from. Will my third pop-up be my best pop-up? That's what this video is about today. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ari. I talk about all things pop-up, small business, and sometimes motherhood. If you're here again, thank you for watching. Hey! So just a little recap of my first two markets. I have my laptop here. My first market, so this was a night market. So it was really, really dark and I didn't even have any lights. My neighbor, they actually lended me a light, which was super nice. And that market was super windy. So that's when my stuff like blew over, and they had me kind of like in a little corner that ended up working out in my favor. And it was a little slower because it got dark fast. It was just a whole bunch with that first market. Oh, and also my videos were like lacking because I had plugged in my Square card reader, not knowing that whenever I plugged that in, it would register as like a mic. But since it's not a mic, it was just like ringing. So you can hear any of my voice, audio, or anything. So I just kind of had to do a voiceover over that video, which was a huge bummer. So that's the first market. There were some positives too. If you want to see those positives, you have to go to that video and watch. The second market, that's the one that I had this past Sunday. So it was super cold at this market. It was windy, but none of my stuff blew over. I came prepared. What else happened at the second market? So the vendor fee ended up being 24% of my total like profit. That's not it. I broke my wagon wheel. I just got that wagon, y'all. I just got my wagon and I already broke it. But I've gotten a new one. I've gotten a new one already, and I think I filmed that video, so that'll probably come like first after this. So I got a new wagon, and so I need to send back my old wagon. So yeah, lessons were definitely learned from my first two pop-ups, and I'm very hopeful that the third pop-up will be the best pop-up yet. So some positives already with this pop-up is, one, there's no vendor fee. Like that is awesome. The hosts, they've done substantial marketing and things like that. Like they have a pretty good following, and people locally like to attend their studio even though it's brand new. So I'm excited about that. And also the high will be 75 degrees. That's a nice day. That's a nice day. But depending on this Midwest weather, you know, if that wind comes and it's cloudy, that's 75. I feel like 60 real quick. So hopefully it is a normal 75-degree day, fall. I'm not sure what I'm gonna wear. You'll have to wait to see because, girl, I don't even know. So yeah, things that I need to do to prep for this market include about 9 things, if not more. I have them all listed right here. For one, I need to make some more earrings, a lot of earrings. So my fall collection is actually dropping, doing like a hard launch at this pop-up. So I'm really excited about that. So I need to make all those earrings. The host of the event, they wanted all the vendors to create like Halloween or fall inspired pieces. So I went ahead and created fall inspired pieces. And they include like a little spider and stuff like that. So just really fall themed. So I need to make those earrings. I have a lot of those to make, a lot. I also invested in a laminator, and I had a whole bunch of old pressed flowers from my previous business. So I made some bookmarks. Yay! I'm so excited about these. They're so cute, y'all. Let me find one of my favorite ones. So this is a cute one. Girl, they're all cute. I like them all. I'm gonna show you 3. So here's one. Here's another one. And then here's this one. So I'm not finished with these. I actually need to go get a bigger hole puncher and hole punch a hole at the top. And I have like these little gold tinsels that are gonna go off to the side of them. Oh, they're gonna be so cute. I'm so excited. I'm probably gonna sell these for around like $9 at my pop-up. And I'm only bringing 7. I gotta see how they'll do, and I feel like they'll do really well. So this is another thing that'll be kind of like hard launching, if you will, at this pop-up. So I need to make an inventory list of just different things that I need to make, different things I need to bring. That's a huge thing, and I need to get my POS system together. Like, I'm using Square right now, and it's good. It's good, but I am open to other things. So if you have any suggestions, just please comment below. I watched this YouTuber who also does, like, she runs her own small business, and she uses Inventora to just track her inventory and stuff like that. And I really want to give them a try. So Inventora, hit me up. I need to go to the dollar store again. We love dollar store runs, come on. But I need to go to the dollar store again so I can get a holder for these bookmarks. Just something to kind of just sit them up in, so they're just like sitting right and not gonna blow away. So I definitely want to get a holder for these. And I also might go ahead and buy those tablecloths so I can make the fringes for my booth. I just feel like that'll definitely bring more people in. And we love traffic. We love traffic at markets. So if I can attract more customers to come to my booth and not like overlook it, of course I'm gonna go the extra mile, especially if it's only gonna cost like $4. So why not? I need to make more just regular earrings and keychains just to have. I just need to replenish my stock from my previous market and maybe just make some little fun things. That's one thing I like about pop-ups and markets. You don't have to stay, I don't have to limit myself on what I can produce like I do online. Like, it doesn't have to be consistent at all. Like, if I have a creative burst, I can just make something and be like, hey, it costs this much. And if someone likes it, they can buy it. So I'll probably just play around with a few things today and just make something cute. I need to ship out 2 orders as well. And speaking of these orders, I messed up. And this is where Inventora would really come into play and just like help my business out as a whole. So I ended up running out of the bookmark hooks that I use for my bookmarks. So I ended up having to take 2 out of my stock for my pop-up in order to use those bases for my hooks for orders that sold online. And that's a little scary because I feel like I'll probably get even more like bookmark orders. I feel like I always do. I get at least like about 2 bookmark orders a week. So I need to hurry up and restock on those like ASAP. I also got a wholesale opportunity at a local boutique here, so I'm super excited about that. I need to take a picture of a pair of my earrings and pair that with the other pictures that I have and send those pictures off to the business that reached out to me about doing wholesale. So that's a new opportunity. I feel like it'll work out really well. And just side note, it is a Black-owned business, so I'm all for that. I love it, and the owner is super nice. So I'm so excited about that. We'll see. I'll have to talk more about that whenever it comes to fruition. And then just kind of like last minute things, I need to get some more change. Some people, they came with bigger bills, and bigger bills meaning 20. So I have like a couple 20s or a few 20s and like a 10 or so. Like I definitely want to break that before my next pop-up. And whenever all that's done, I'll just need to pack up my car and we'll be ready to go. So let's get to it. Y'all, that dollar store was in the hood. I'm at a different dollar store now to see if they have the other things that I need. So let's go. You know, it's really crazy. You go down the street and like how different places change. But anyways, I'm getting what I need. So good thing. I ended up getting 2 of these tablecloths, a stapler and a hole puncher, and this to store my bookmarks in. I hope it's not, it shouldn't be too light to blow away in the wind, but anyways, I'll put like some tape on the bottom so it can be secure on my table. And then I also got some wrapping paper, and I plan on just cutting it into like small squares so I can wrap up my claw clips. So, yep. So cute. Y'all, let me get some. This lighting is poop. But anyways, I'm at the pop-up, I'm at the market. It is so nice. All the vendors are here. Everything is looking amazing. My tent is holding up well so far. I have literally 6 bags of sand on my canopy because girl, I do not want my tent to blow away. My setup is great. I'm excited. Let's show y'all. I ended up making the fringe last night and it's a little crooked right now, so I need to fix that. It's just hard to kind of gauge when I'm up close. And I have my tables. First of all, this vase. If you are an OG, if you've been here for a long time, you know about the vase and it looks great. I made these little fluffy claw clips last night in the clips. They turned out so good. And a piece of my pampas broke off, so I just went ahead and just put that up there because, you know what, we're gonna use everything we have. And it's a windy day, so hopefully everything stays put together and doesn't just like fall apart. Girl, my bookmarks, I need to restock. I think I have about 1 of everything, and then I have 2 of these, so I just went ahead and put them in a book or books for display. Price sign. I got like some of my fall earrings just out on display. And then I have my earrings. Boom. This is looking good. And then I have my tote bags and my shirts. They're kind of blowing around. I need to get one of my clamps. Did you see how I just ignore that. My shirts. Yeah. Walk around. This is another day by the trash can, but I got my wall so you can't see anything. Got my seat. I need a pink seat. So if you know of a pink seat, let me know. And then this is what I see when I turn out. Nice. Hey y'all, I just made it home and I just wanted to do a quick check-in because I went to that bookstore, as you can see, and before I get into that, I want to say that the pop-up was so good. It just might have been my best pop-up yet, but I have to sit down and reflect to see if that is true. Anyway, so I went to that bookstore, and I'm gonna blur out the name. So you saw that I went to a bookstore and I blurred out the name. And this same bookstore I had, whenever I first started my business and I just had like the idea of my bookmarks and stuff, I had reached out to them and we're like talking back and forth. They liked my stuff and everything. And then they kind of just like ghosted me. A little while later, I ended up reaching back out, and they never got back to me. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's fine. Like maybe they're busy or something, because they like said that they like my stuff, and like I haven't had any issues with them like ever. I've only been into their bookstore like once, and it was a pretty good interaction. So long story short, like people today at the pop-up were asking me if I sold my bookmarks. Oh, I probably beeped that out. So people were asking me if I sold my bookmarks at this specific bookstore. I told them, I was like, no, like we had some conversation, but they never got back to me. You know, it might have not just be for me at this time, which is fine. So honestly, I had a bad encounter at this bookstore. Like I went in happy and on a high from my pop-up, and I get in there, I don't even think I was greeted. And I like just look around and I'm smiling because I love to read. I love books. Just something in my spirit was like, don't tell them that you've reached out to them before or that you sell bookmarks or anything. So I was like, okay, cool. So I like take a tour of their new location, and it looks beautiful, like you could see. And I went to the girl at the front desk and I was like, hey, can you tell me a little bit more about your event for this book that I'm reading? And I don't want to give the book details because y'all can find the story. So anyways, she was like, what did I say? And I was like, what did I say? I said something. I was like, are y'all really gonna have like blank like in the book? And she was like, and I was like, oh, I was like, have you read the book? And she was like, yes, I've read the book. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I was like really happy, and like I didn't mean it in that type of way. Like the question I was asking was directly related to the book. So if you read the book, you wouldn't have to like guess it or anything, like what I was talking about. Like it was pretty clear, and I wasn't rude at all. So she was like really snippy with me and stuff. And I was like, okay. And oh, my husband's calling. I gotta go, y'all. It's not worth it. Long story short, I had to plead Jeremiah 29:11 over me because God has plans to prosper me and not to harm me. And I wasn't meant to sell at this specific bookstore, which is okay. And today was a good day. I'll get back into it. Bye. Hey, y'all. I am here in an effort to stay consistent. I know if I don't film this video today and get it posted today or early tomorrow morning, I won't stay consistent with YouTube. And that's just something that I just feel it. I just know that I have to do this today. So I'm here. So let's talk about the pop-up. It is Tuesday. The pop-up was on Sunday from 12 to 5. The high was 66 degrees, but then it went up to like 75, 80 degrees. Like it was a hot day. It was a sunny day. It was windy, but not crazy windy. Actually, I take that back. There were really high gusts of wind, so I'm glad that I had all 6 of my weight bags. I really came prepared in that sense. As far as everything else, let's get into it because I have it right here. Let's go. Let's talk about setting up and taking down. This specific venue, I was able to just drive up to my location, like where I was at. So how they did this was they allotted certain time slots per vendor, and I was just able to just drive up to my location, and I unloaded my car. I didn't even have to use my wagon this time. Like literally exactly where my booth was gonna be, I was able to just unload my tent, my weights, everything right there. And the same thing applied to whenever I was packing everything up. So I was able to just like put everything in my trunk immediately from my stall. That saved me so much time. It saved me energy. Like I felt like starting my like the start of the pop-up market, I felt super energized because I wasn't hauling stuff to and from like my booth. Like I wasn't having to wheel my wagon like that. It can be really exhausting. So I would say one thing to note when you're preparing for a pop-up is that, you know, like lugging your stuff to your pop-up like booth from your car can be exhausting. So give yourself breaks, take water breaks, just sit down for 5 minutes. Like everything will get set up, girl. Like just take your time. The traffic at this specific event was really steady. I did have pockets of times where like crowds would form at my tent, which it was nice, but at the same time, it is a little bit overwhelming because I personally like to greet all of my customers when they come in, and it's not like an actual store. Like you don't have like a huge amount of space where you can be like, hi, like welcome in, like pop out. And I tried to do that at my pop-up, and it's just like, it's different. Like I feel like the people that I'm talking to at the time, they feel like they're like interceding with my potential customers. Like not saying that they're not one, but they almost like back off a little bit and try to stop talking. And whenever I'm like at these pop-ups, I like to engage in conversation with people. Like a lot of times me and my customers will get on the topics of books because I do sell bookmarks. So we'll just go down like a rabbit hole of just talking about books and stuff. And it's so much fun. And then I'll get a customer that comes in and I'll greet them with just like, hi. And I'll let them know that everything is handmade and hand painted by me. And then the person that I'm talking to, they're like, oh, they'll like shy away. And I'm like, come back. Trying to reel them back in, but it's okay. I am very blessed for the pockets of times that I did have a whole bunch of people there. I feel like in those moments, I had about 1 to 2 customers, like, because the person who's behind the customer that's buying something, they'll feel entitled to buy something because they see someone else buying something. I don't know. I feel like that always happens. Like if I have a customer that buys something and there's another person in my booth, the other person in my booth almost feels like, oh, like this booth vendor actually has something nice. Like I want it because somebody else has it. I don't know. I feel like that's the case a lot of times. So that was really nice. I really enjoyed like having people in my booth and being able to talk to a whole bunch of different people. Everything surrounding the day of the pop-up ended up being the very best pop-up that I ever had to date. So weather and consideration, customer experiences and engagement, yeah, it was good. Now let's get into numbers. I haven't calculated them yet. Girl, I just have not had the energy to actually sit down and calculate everything from all 3 of my markets. So I actually did some of just like my bookkeeping yesterday, and it was a little overwhelming. Like I didn't realize like how fast things are just like piling up, like how much money I've spent in the beginning. I already had an idea of that, but just like taking in all the receipts and putting it into like a system, it's a lot. So I will say that I made a pretty good profit from this past market, given that I didn't buy a whole bunch for it. And I didn't pay a vendor fee for this previous market, so that already put me in a better standing than my previous market, my second market. So I feel like this market, I may have made the most money yet. Speaking of money, I really think that I'm going to reevaluate my pricing for some items. A lot of my customers, they'll come into my booth or like comment online that things are really pretty, and they just really like it, and I can tell that they like it, but I think the price point is just a little bit out of their reach. And for me personally, I feel like I came up with that price point based on the time that it took for me to make certain products, and that timing that it took for me to make the products, it was based on whenever I first started making them. So I've gotten a lot faster. So I'm thinking about bringing the prices down to really equal out to the time that it takes for me to make things now. So stay tuned for pricing updates. Y'all, I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it. Let me know what type of videos that you want to see moving forward. I have a lot in mind, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm creating content that resonates with you all. So comment a video that you would like to see me make, or just different topics that you want me to talk about. As always, thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And yeah, say hi in the comments. I'll see y'all later. Bye.